Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is great. I'm jumping onto my other device while we're waiting for those who want to jump on live to join us. Uh-oh. I just clicked off from it. Not sure how I did that. Hold on. I almost had us up and running. Okay. Hi, found me. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me live. Please say hello when you jump on. Likewise, if you're catching the replay, will you please say hello as well? I just love to see who stops by and say hello back to you, right? Okay, guys, I'm super excited. If I'm ramped up, that's because I have been running around today like a mad woman since my feet hit the floor this morning from bed. As you may know or not know, Stampin' Up! Launched our new catalog on May 5th. So just 3 short days ago. And the reason why I'm running around is because today is my catalog launch here in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio. And by the way, my name is Kristen Kona, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I have been setting up. I have been getting our make and takes together. I was making our goodies to snack on. So for those of you who are joining me tonight, I so cannot wait to see you. We are going to have an absolute blast tonight, so prepare yourself, okay? Like I said, we have a brand new catalog that I can now show you because it's live. I can now show you what's inside the cover. And to go over everything today, instead of talking to you like this, I thought it would be easier just to turn the camera around so that I can show you the flyers and things that way. So you can see things, you know, as I'm talking. But just before we do that, I'd like to tell you, right now I don't have my class schedule done for June, July, August, because I was getting ready for today, of course, to do that, and trying to decide what I want to do when. So, you know, you have to prioritize things. But all of that to say, I have a set schedule of when I do my classes. So I'm going to tell you when the classes are going to be held. I just can't tell you yet what products we're going to use on what day. But every month I hold my product-based classes the first and the last Monday of the month, okay, 7 p.m. You do need to RSVP for those classes with a prepayment 3 weeks prior. 3 weeks because, number one, I need to order the products. We're not allowed to cash and carry. So I need to order those products, get them here, be able to cut everything for you and have them ready for you to use for class. When you come to class, I just want you to stamp and have fun. I don't want you to stress out about cutting the correct sizes and all the things. I do that for you. And then the second Monday of every month, I do a 10 card class. This is my basic card class. The cards are meant to take you 10 minutes or less to make. And it is a basic class, but the cards are still uber cute. But it's a great way for you to replenish your card stash. And then the third Monday of every month is my 6 card class. At my 6 card class, you do 3 different cards, but you're making 2 of each of those cards. My 10 card class, you do not need to prepay for. You do need to RSVP 2 weeks prior. And I'm going to stress that because some of you have not responded 2 weeks prior. I need more time to prep. I can't do it last minute. So we're going to talk about that when I see you in person. I need to know 2 weeks prior. And then my 6-card class, you also do not need to prepay ahead of time. But again, I need to know 2 weeks prior. The 6-card class, the fee is either $30 or free with a $35 order. Okay, that's starting now with the new catalog. So I will put that out there here on the new class schedules when I do those up. So you get to order, and then you get to make all 6 cards for free. Excuse me. And then the 10-card class, the fee just depends on how many you make. Sometimes they don't want to make all 10 cards. Just know that if you do come to the 10-card class, you only get to do 1 of each of the 10. That's how I prep. I do 1 card per person, and then it's up to you whether you want to make all 10. Some do, and then others do not. So the fee will just depend on how many you make. Okay? All right, let's get started. Let's turn the camera around. We've got a little bit more talking to do, but hopefully this way we can speed it up a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to turn the camera around, so if you get seasick at all, now's the chance to look away, grab a drink, grab a piece of paper, pencil, take notes. Okay? Hold on. Here we go. All right. We are up close and personal. I'm going to make one more adjustment, so hold on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Dawn. How are ya? Zoom, zoom. I'm still zooming. I'm glad you guys are joining me right now, because that's going to give me a little break, a little breathing room here, just to kind of chillax a second, because I've been running around, like I said, like a mad woman. Okay, first up, wanted to let you know Stampin' Up! Is offering an online class. Anybody can pay and attend this class. It is a $30 class. It is called Paper Mixer. You're going to create unique samples, learn exciting tips and techniques with the Mix and Designer Series paper, and explore new crafting opportunities with Stampin' Up! Product Expert during this virtual class. Join the fun when you purchase the Paper Mixer Craft class for $30. They're going to be focusing on the Paper Medley Mix and Designer Series paper. The product number for that is 167759. And there's going to be other select products. So hold on just a minute. The craft class will go on Facebook. It's a private Facebook page. So the only way you can see this is if you are paying to attend. Okay? It will be aired May 21st at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So us Eastern people, that will be 4 o'clock our time. Then you can view it later on demand. So once it's done, it'll be put up so we can go back. So if you can't keep up with the projects they're making, it's all good. Don't sweat it. They're going to post that video so you can go back and watch it as many times as you'd like. Now, there are other supplies that you're going to need. They are going to be using the Sending Salutation stamp set. Now, a lot of these things, you may have things at home already that you want to use, okay? Maybe you don't even want the product they're going to use. That's okay too. But by purchasing and watching this, you have the option of using the items that you already have at home, right? But I'm telling you, I started with the first class that Stampin' Up! Offered online, and I have done every single one of them that they have done since they started, and they just keep getting better and better. In fact, we just finished a virtual album retreat online, and there were people in there who had done it for the first time, and they said they were so glad that they jumped in and stepped out of their comfort zone and took the class, because they were blown away. Okay, it's phenomenal. I promise you, you're gonna love the classes. If you're a crafter and you especially love stamping, you're gonna love all the things. Learn new things, meet new people, right? What can't be better? So anyways, there are other supplies here. So if you did not take a screenshot of this, go ahead and do that. I have put prices of certain items here. That way you can go over the list. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. But you will find everything Stampin' Up! Has online. And I just see in my little camera here that I do not have my paper centered. Hold please. All right, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to let you know about that new starter kit. If you would like to get your Stampin' Supplies at a discount, Stampin' Up! Has a killer starter kit offer for you. Not just one offer, there's two. You choose which one works best for you. As many of you know, Stampin' Up! Started years ago by offering 5 new in colors with the launch of what was our annual catalog. And I say what was because we're changing things up. That's what we do here, right? But the starter kit offer, if you would like to be part of the Create with Love team, I sure would love to have you on here. We have so much fun. Get your products for a discount. When you purchase your starter kit, again, you get to pick $125 worth of product for $99 and pay tax only. Shipping is free on your starter kit, but they've sweetened the deal. Remember those 5 in colors that I was just talking about? There is brand new in colors that come out with this catalog. Sorry. And when you join right now, you can get those 5 new in color ink pads free in your starter kit. That is a $63 value. Okay, and by the way, they are the new style ink pads, which are totally amazing. The new style ink pads, the only way you will see them or get your hands on those right now is if you purchase the new 5 in colors. Okay, next year Stampin' Up! Is going to do a color revamp again on the rest of our colors, and when they do the color revamp, they're going to produce the new ink pads in our new cases. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Then the other offer for the starter kit right now, if you did not want to get the 5 in colors, by the way, it is 5 or not at all when you do that. The second option is $35 additional to purchase whatever you want in your starter kit. So instead of $125 worth of product for $99, you would get $160 worth of product for $99. Okay, if you have any questions about that, let me know so that I can help you. We had 2 new kits come out on the 5th as well. One of those is this one here. This is called Pretty Party, and as you can see, it's a balloon themed. So birthday, congratulations, maybe anniversary, wedding, who knows, whatever you want to celebrate, right? The kit number is 167998. It is $25. This is stamping. So this kit, if you purchase it, there's stamping involved, okay? And you get 9 cards and envelopes, and then all the things to create these, okay? Then the second kit they came out with is this gorgeous one here. This one is called Serene Scenes. Item number for this one is 167995. It is also $25, and this too is a stamping kit, okay? So go online, like I said, and check those out. Couple other things here before we get started. May online exclusives. Not only did we have this gorgeous brand new catalog start, but we also had online exclusives. Now know that when a new catalog comes out, there will not be as much new online exclusives being offered. When there's no new catalog coming out, there will be more online exclusives offered. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. Anyhow, with all of that said, the best way for you to see everything that Stampin' Up! Has, please go online and check it out, okay? Because that's where you will see everything, okay? So, in here we have a Winnie the Pooh suite of products, and we have several bundles in here. And there we go. We made through, they have them listed as a suite here, which the only one was the Winnie the Pooh one. Then after that, they list them as a bundle. And then after that, they list everything individually. So it looks like more than what it is, okay? So there are past online exclusives, and I brought this out because what I'm going to share with you today, excuse me, was in our March online exclusives, and that is our Delicate Dreams suite. This suite of products, when I first got it, I was very hesitant with it, wasn't sure about it. I loved the new color that was in it. So we got a sneak peek of one of the new in colors ahead of time, but it was kind of intimidating to me. But then when I sat down and started creating with it, I fell in love with this. So hopefully going over the projects that I have for you today, you too will see the beauty in these products. Okay, so let me clear this up here just a second. Okay, and then there is this, the brand new catalog. So if you are, excuse me, not currently working with the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, let me know. I would love to get a catalog to you. If you're local and you want a catalog, let me know. If you're not local, I can get one shipped out to you. So just send me a private message and we will get you set up. Okay? There's nothing like having paper to flip through, right? Because it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to keep that, I know, I'm a tease. I'm going to keep that a surprise for you because I'm not using new product in there today. Now, one last thing before we get started. Stampin' Up! Started in December what's called Product of the Month. Product of the Month, how you can get the Product of the Month is number one, you have to have an account online. So if you haven't joined the bandwagon yet, like everything else, all other places, when you go online, you shop for yourself, right? Online, Stampin' Up! Is the same way now, but you still need to be under a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to purchase things. So you can choose your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but you need to have an account set up with all your information in it. Then you need to place a $75 order before shipping, handling, and tax. Once you reach the $75 mark, you will get a message at the top of the page that says, congratulations, you have reached the $75 mark. You have now qualified for Product of the Month. Click here to see. Go click that to go see. Then you have to click on the one that you want, and then you have to add it to cart. So make sure you add it to cart. Once you hit a $75 order, you can then purchase the Product of the Month for $5. Now, if there happens to be a leftover Product of the Month from a previous month, you can have the option to purchase one of them, but remember, if you have, let's say you have a $75 order and you say, oh, I'll place a $150 order and then I can get both. No, that is one of the stipulations. The $75 orders must be separate in order to get the other product of the month, okay? So just want to make that clear. But this month's product of the month is a vellum. Can you see how you can kind of sort of see through it? This is really cool. I've never had a vellum this opaque before, so I love it. There's flowers on this one. Then we have this purple plaid. Then we have these individual flowers. See, these flowers kind of made up like a garden already. But then you have these elements that you could fussy cut. I know, don't flame me. It's an option. You don't have to. You could fussy cut and cut those out and add to a card. And then our last one is this. It's a green with polka dots on it. You get 3 of each of these sheets. Let me separate them so you can see them. So you would get 3 of each of these, so there's 12 total, right, in the package. So how cool is that? That is May's product of the month. Whew, thank you for bearing with me, guys. We are ready to start stamping today. Like I said, we are going to be using the Delicate Dreams bundle. These are the stamps. These are the dies. Look at all of the dies in here. There are 20 different pieces in here. So we have images here that you can stamp out the stamp your images and then die cut them, but then look at how many stand-alone dies there are to help support as well. Huge, huge, huge package. Then we have this gorgeous DSP that I have used up, well loved. These are this side of them. Then there's copper foiling on one side. Look at that side. Look at that side. I've just about used this package up, so I don't have everything to show. But that is that DSP. And then there is a second package of DSP that coordinates with it, and that is this bronze colored foil that coordinates with the foiling that's in it. And we've got this plaid that you see here on top. We have this bronze with white flowers, and then we have a white background with bronze flowers. And hopefully you can see how shimmery this stuff is. It's absolutely stunning in person. Now, in addition to that, there is this beautiful ribbon. It is called Gray Granite, I believe. Yes, Gray Granite. Gray Granite 1/4 inch ribbon. So it's not too wide, which makes great for adding to cards. Then we also have these embellishments, which I'm going to open up now because I'm going to be using these. Then they'll be ready to go. And these are called the Natural Matte Dots. Love these. In addition to that, we are going to use Mossy Meadow ink, Secret Sea ink, and Crumb Cake ink. I'm also going to be using Old Olive Stampin' Blends, the light Crumb Cake blend, and then one of the new in colors, Hydrangea Hue. This is my favorite. I like all of the colors, but this one is my favorite from this set of 5 in colors. And so I've got the Stampin' Blends that we're going to use for that as well. Alrighty, are you guys ready? Now, I'm going to preface this. None of the cards that I'm making with you today are my designs, right? But we as crafters, we like to share what we do, right? And so stampers are wonderful people, and we love to share with each other. So I fell in love with this design. And so let's go over our pieces. The first one is 8.5 by 5.5 piece of basic white. I scored it at 4 1/4. And we're going to line up the edges here. And I'm going to give this a good burnish so that it lays flat. Then I need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. I love to line the inside of my cards. I think it just makes them look a little more professional. And then I forgot to bring over, there is another set of dies online. I think they are entitled Arched Dies. And I used 4 different sizes. They, go from smaller to larger, larger to smaller. And I took a piece of basic white that was 5 by 3 3/4 to cut my first one. A piece of white that was 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Cut out that one. A piece of crumb cake that was 4 1/4 by 3 for that one. And then for the DSP, this one is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2 for that one. I need a piece of crumb cake that is 1/4 inch by 3 1/8. I need a piece of basic white that is 3/8 inch by 3 3/4. And then I took Mossy Meadow, a piece that was 3 1/4 by, I think it was 3 inches. Yes, 3 inches to cut out 2 of those. And then I took a scrap piece of crumb cake to cut those out. Then I had scrap white for these little ones and these, and then this one. And I think I dropped one of, nope, here it is. I was going to say I needed 2 little flowers. And these 2 little flowers were cut out from a piece of DSP. And I also cut out 5 flowers from the DSP. Some of the dies will cut out images from the DSP. So I cut out 3 blue ones and 2 crumb cake ones. Okay? This card takes longer to put together than it does for the stamping, and we will show you that. So first off, I'm going to open up my Mossy Meadow here, ink, and I'm going to grab my greeting. I'm going to ink up my greeting, and hopefully, let me see, hopefully I'm within sight here. And I'm going to stamp my greeting like so. There we go. I think we're off to a good start. And then I need a scrap piece of paper here. And I need the liner to my card. And now I'm going to bring in this wheat image again on Mossy Meadow. Inked up my wheat image and stamped that down there like so. That's it for the stamping. I told you the stamping on this one is quick. It's the assembling that takes longer. Okay. So I thought I had brought over my little fine tip glue, but I am not seeing that. Oh, there it is. I found it. Which, by the way, when I pull that bottle out, it is still our Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. but I purchased some different bottles off from Amazon to give me a finer tip to use for gluing. So I'm going to put adhesive on this one. This one is going to get centered-ish, right? Everything is an ish on there. This one has a lot of layers. And I fell in love with this card when I saw it online. So now I'm going to take the DSP that I used. This one is going to go on here. Then we're going to put adhesive on this one. And then this one is going to go on here, like so. I told you there were a lot of layers, but oh, I just love that. I think layering, a lot of layers sometimes just really makes a card just so much more. Okay, and then this is going to go on here at the bottom of that DSP. I'm just lining the bottom edge up with the bottom edge of the DSP. Like so. Now we just have to start building. Okay, so I'm going to bring my silicone craft sheet out. If you do not have one of these, I highly, highly recommend you get one. Because you can, if you spill glue on it, you can clean this craft sheet up. So I'm getting low, I think, on glue in here. I'm going to need to refill it soon, but we should be okay for today. So I'm going to put some dots of glue on my green pieces. So what is everybody up to today? Anything fun, exciting to start your weekend? Oh goodness, looking for my tweezers. There we go, found it. Okay, this one is going to go up over here, like so. This one is going to go down, like so. Now, with these placed on here, whoops, I'm a little bit out of screenshot. Sorry about that, guys. I placed one over the other. Don't worry about what it's going to look like here, because when it's all said and done, that's going to be covered up. It just looks bad for now while we are building, okay? So now I need this frond. I want it to go up here, like so. And this one is going to go over here. So see what I mean, how it's getting piled up there? Don't sweat it. It's all good. We got lots to go. Okay, so now on the backs of all of these flowers, I am going to put a dimensional on each one of these. And I'm only putting one on each because I need to do some tucking in of a couple of things. So I'm going to do this for now. This one is a tan one. Let me find a blue one actually first. That's a tan. And let's do a blue one. So my blue one to start us off is going to go right here. And then this one is going to go over here. And then my next tan one is going to go up here. Okay. And then I have a blue one that is going to go here, like so. And then this one is going to go, oops, sorry, this one actually needs to turn some. There we go. And then this one is going to go down here like so. Now trust the process on this, okay? I need these little blue DSP flowers. I need a little bit of adhesive, whoops, on the backs of these. And then each one of these little DSP flowers is going to go on a white DSP flower. I'm sorry, basic white flower. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can't talk. I know what I'm doing, but I can't talk, I guess. Must be a day I can't talk and chew gum. Okay, there's that. Alrighty. So now I need my mini glue dots. And pull these out. And I love my mini glue dots just for these reasons right here. You can put what I lovingly call our losables on my glue dots. Oops. So then I know where they're at, right? Oops. Let's get the right side. Okay. And I'm going to peel that off. Okay. And let's see here. I think I'm going to come in with my greeting next. I need a pair of scissors. And we're going to do a little destruction here. We're going to cut that. And we're going to give that a snip there. There we go. And this is going to go across here. So part of this is already raised, so I don't need anything to hold it up over there. So I'm putting liquid glue on the one side of it. And then over here on this, what will be the far right side, I am taking a small chunk of dimensional from the edging and put that on there. And then this is going to go across here like so. Okay, and now we can start putting on our little flowers. Okay, I want this one up here. This one's gonna go under here. Whoops. Sure it is. Okay, there's that one. And then I need a white one that is down here, like so. And then I need this one that's, whoops. My goodness. This one is going to be, seriously, Kristen? Okay, there we go. And this one is going to go up here. And then we have our bow to go on. So grab another glue dot or two. This is going to go over here like so. I want to give this a little trim. I thought I had, yep, I do. Are you guys like me? Do you have scissors that you use only for ribbons? I do. Okay, there's that. Now we just need some of our embellishments. And so I am going to grab the smaller crumb cake ones. There's two of those. And one more. One more is going to go down here. There we go. There is card number 1. What do you guys think of that? Isn't it beautiful? Now do you see why I fell in love with it so much? Okay, there's the inside. So, yeah, gorgeous. Okay, card number 2 is a fun fold. Don't let it freak you out. It is an easy fun fold, and I absolutely love this fun fold. My friend Lisa Curcio is the one I saw do this, but I'm not sure she was the original. But this is an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of crumb cake that is scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to line up my edges, burnish the edge, okay? And then I need a piece of basic white that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I also used a set of dies that is on the last chance list that was called branching out dies. I need a piece that was 2 by 3 1/2, and I die cut that one. Then you need a piece of crumb cake that was 4 by 2 1/2, and did that one. Then I need a piece, 2 pieces of DSP, different patterns, 4 by 5 1/4. Then I need a piece of DSP that was 3/4 of an inch by 4, another one that's a 1/2 inch by 4. Then I have another one that was 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I went ahead and I cut them. I put a mark in the middle here, and then I measured out, let me see, 1 3/4 inches from each edge, okay, and then put a mark, and then cut from mark to mark, and from that mark to that mark. Then I put it back in my cutting where this was a 1/2, or I'm sorry, is it 3/4? Yes, sorry, it was 3/4 of an inch, and scored it. And so now I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish, okay? So there's that. I took a piece of scrap crumb cake that was 2 1/2 by 3 inches. Die cut those out. That bronze DSP, I took a piece that was 1 1/2 by 3 and cut out one of those. And then, now this one I did lose one of my flowers too, I believe. I'm supposed to have 6 flowers, but you know what? It's all good. It'll probably show up here somewhere. Okay, and did that. Okay, so let's go back, and we're going to take this one and our mat, and we're going to do our stamping first to give this time to dry. So I'm going to take my crumb cake, and I'm going to ink this up, and this is going to get stamped on that white piece. And then I took my markers and colored all the leaves in crumb cake and all of the flowers in the new hydrangea hue. And then I took it to my machine and I die cut it out. And through the magic of television, ta-da! There it is. And the last thing I need to do is I need our Secret C open. And now I need to stamp my greeting. So I am going to ink this up, and I sure hope I was in camera. I forget there is such a delay. Inking up my greeting, and my greeting is going to go right there. Okay, so that is now done. So now we can close this up. So now all we need to do is assemble. Okay? And believe it or not, this one is actually going to go faster than the last card we just did. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this designer paper, put adhesive on the back of this one, and this is going to go on here. And the key to this card is you're going to feel like you did it upside down. Because you did. Because you need to. Which makes it upside right. Now we're going to take this designer paper, put adhesive on here, and then this one is going to go in here like so. And now I want to put some of this together first. So I'm going to put adhesive on this one. This one is going to go in the center of this one. Okay. Ish, remember. And then this one's getting adhesive on here. This one is going to go to the bottom of this one. I want to leave just a slight border on this one. And then this one's going to get adhesive on the back of here. This one is going to go in here like so. And with this open, bring in my silicone craft sheet. Up, yep. I need to put adhesive on the back of the bronze die cut one. And then I need my tweezers. And this is going to go up here like so. And I am going to take two of those Secret Sea flowers that I had die cut that I lost. 1, 2. Oh gosh. So good. I'll put one here. And we'll do one here. And then when I find the third one, we'll put that one on. So there is that. Now this one that we cut the angle on, you are going to put adhesive in this flap area right here, that 3/4 inch scored area. Then this is going to get lined up on here, and you're gonna come back just a little tiny bit from that scored edge. Can you see that? You don't want it real tight because you don't want this wonky when you fold it. So you need just like a 1/16 of an inch difference up there when you put it on. And that goes like that. Now we need the white one with our greeting. This one is going to get adhesive on here. And then this is going to go on here like so. And now this is going to hold this closed. And I know that I want my points to hold the flap down. So I'm flipping it over from top to bottom. And bring in my dimensionals. And I know I can put one here. I know I can put one here. And then I know I can put 1 and 2 over here. And it'll be out of the way for the tip of that envelope to tuck. So now I flip this back over. I'm lining up the tips of my die cut on the edge of that, press that down, and now that becomes your envelope opening. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to do is bring in these crumb cake die cuts that I did. This is another one of them things you just have to trust the process, right? Don't worry about the stems that are going to be in the middle. Whoops. Put adhesive on these. And then this, I can't get a hold of it. This is now going to be on here like, oh, come on, like so. Okay. Wow. There we go. Now this one, I am going to clip that off just a little bit, just as a safety measure. I think it's going to be okay, but hey, if you're in doubt, adjust, right? So now I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to keep my adhesive on the inside edge, that arch versus the outer edge, because when I flip it over and it goes on here, it hangs over the edge here just a little bit. See, so that one that I clipped off, it probably would have been fine, but I wanted to be safe. Oh gosh, and then I forgot my flower. That's all good. We'll have to do it afterwards. Because I could sit here and fussy cut it, but I don't want to keep you too long. I'll show you the finished one. What I'm referring to that I forgot, you'll see on the sample that I already have done. Because I can add it on real quick after we're done with the recording here. So this one I want to put up here. This one is going to go down here because my flower should be in here. So I gotta compensate for the flower that's missing. And it's all good. And then this one is going to go down here. And then when my flower goes in here where it's supposed to go, it'll fit just fine. I took another one of those bows from the ribbon. And again, I like to put a couple of glue dots on here. This is going to go down here, like so. And now we need embellishments. Now, on the one that I'm going to show you, I use crumb cake. But on this one, I decided I wanted to use the Secret Sea ones. So we're going to do one here, and then we are going to grab one of these, and it is going to go in here like so. Okay, so this is the one. I'm missing a flower right here. Let me bring in the sample. See that flower? The same flowers that I just used on the other one. So I'll die cut one out of the DSP and stick it in there. So there you go. There is card number 2. Whoops. What do you guys think? Isn't this cool? See why I love it? This is not hard. It's just the same as a regular card. The only difference is this little extra piece on the outside. So there is that. Okay, our last card for today, we are using Mossy Meadow. And then I've got 3 extra samples to share with you. So our Mossy Meadow piece is here. This one is 5.5 by 7 1/8, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Then I have a second piece of Mossy Meadow, again 5.5, and this one is 7 and 3/8, scoring at 3 and 6. Okay. Oh, look, there's my flower. I told you it would appear from the last card that I needed. Okay, so now this one is going to go this way. So line up the edges. Okay, burnish this one. And then this one is going to go this way. Okay, again, line up the edges and burnish. Okay, and then this one is going to go like this. Line up the edges. And this is how it's going to go. So this panel and this panel are the same size. We're just going to join them to become one. So hopefully you can see this. So again, this is going to join up. So you want the tops and bottom to line up and just about to the score line, right? And burnish. So now your card looks like this when you accordion fold it, right? Okay? So now let's talk about the rest of our pieces. We need 3 pieces of 1 DSP that are the same. And the first piece is 1 inch by 5 1/4. My second piece is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And my third piece is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay? So, let me see. Nope, does it go this way, this way? Nope, I'm seeing if I had kept the pattern. Yes, I did. Can you see this? When I cut, I like my patterns to be continuous. And so I believe this goes like this. So all those measurements I just gave you, I cut my piece together so that my pattern continues. That is just a Kristenism. So the card, the DSP actually goes this way because this larger, or not larger, the medium size, let's try that one. We put adhesive on here. This one is going to get centered on this panel, and if it's hard for you to see, open it up and put that on there. Okay? Then this piece, we need adhesive on the back of this one. I know I didn't give you all the pieces yet. That's because I don't want to get confused. And that one goes on here. Okay, like, oh goodness. I moved that one pretty good. I have adhesive on my fingers now, so now my fingers are sticky. Okay, there's that one. And then this one, oh goodness. Yes, it goes this way. We need adhesive on this one. And this one, when you flip it over, we want it to fill in or be centered on this area here. Okay? So we got a couple more pieces yet. We need 2 pieces of the DSP again that are, this one is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and this one is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. Now this one, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the smaller one, which I realize I'm not in camera now. I'm so sorry. I tell you, I get to working and I forget that I'm on camera. So that one's going to go there. I need to flip this one over, put adhesive on this one. And then this one is going to go in this panel right here, like so. Now we need a white piece that's going to go here. So basic white. This one is 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. And I need my crumb cake ink and my mat here and my scrap paper. So just like I did on, I think it was the first card, I am going to ink up my Franz and crumb cake and stamp that on there. And this one is done, so now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the piece that I just stamped. And this one is now going to go in here, like so. And you want to make sure, yep, see, I should have put it over just a little bit farther or took a little extra off from it. So I'm going to mooch it over just a bit. There we go, because you want it when it's folded up for it not to show. That is your goal. Okay, so there is that. Now our last couple pieces, I need another piece of basic white that is 2 inches by 3 inches. And a piece of crumb cake that's 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, we are almost done, you guys. So now I'm going to bring in my mat. And now I need the Mossy Meadow. And I need the Greeting, hope you feel better soon. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like I need to be sending a lot of these out here lately. So we're stamping that. And then lastly, to stamp, I have misplaced there it is. This first one that we did, I'm inking this one up in Mossy Meadow. And we are turning it for it to run off like so. And just like I did on the crumb cake piece, only this time I'm using the light olive and the light hydrangea hue. Again, I'm coloring in the leaves with the green. And I will do the flowers with the new hydrangea hue. Don't forget, I'll be live next Friday again with you in the Create with Love studio here. Put adhesive on here. This is going to go on here. I go live every Friday at 2 p.m. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this one back in. Oops. And where did it go? Oh my goodness. Well, I lost that piece too. So, we're gonna do this again. That's all right. My stuff is right here. Okay. Tear and tape. There it is. Okay, here's my tear and tape. And I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape right along here on the front. Okay, and then I'm going to peel the backing up. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to start with it off and run it off just like that. Take my scissors and trim it flush with the edge. Okay, so I put that little detail on it. This one is going to go on the front here, like so, centered across the front. So I'm going to flip it over. Now you want to be within that green border right there. So I know that I can put a dimensional here, a dimensional here, and then I'm going to put one more right there. And so I'm going to peel off the backings. And then this, like I said, centered on here, is going to go on here. Yep, it worked. Okay, now we have just our bow and our embellishments. So again, putting glue dots on my bows. And then we just need our, there's that. And now we just need our embellishments. And on this one, I am going to use our green. And I'm going to put one over here. And then one up here. And another one over here. There we go. There is card number 3. So again, here's card number 1, card number 2, and here is card number 3. What do you guys think of those? Aren't they fun? I told you they wouldn't be hard fun folds. See, love it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Dawn. I will see you next Friday for Live and Create with Love Stampin' Studio. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Can't wait to see those of you tonight that are coming. And we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.